Well, hey guys, it's Mick here. I wanted to do a review on my daughter's four-wheeler. So I don't know if you follow me or not, but I don't know. It's been about beginning of July. I bought this four-wheeler for my daughter for her birthday, and I was a little hesitant on buying it because this is one of those little Chinese cheap ones. I paid $525 for it. I think $550, something like that. And it's 110cc. Four-wheeler. It's made by TAO, T-A-O, is the manufacturer name, comes from China. But after talking to the guy that I bought it from, and granted he's a salesman, but he told me the big thing with these cheap four-wheelers is, he goes, it only holds a quart of oil. He goes, so I suggest, he goes, change oil monthly on it. He goes, just especially if they're riding it a bunch, just no more than a quart of oil costs. Change oil monthly. He also said to make sure that you go through it frequently and make sure everything's staying tight. And I've heard that from other people too, to make sure that all your bolts and nuts and that are staying tight on it. And I have had to do that. I've had a few things come loose or fall off because of not keeping up with that. And the last thing he said is just keep the big kids and the adults off of it. And he said for riding around that it'll do a great job. So really, she's been riding the crap out of it, and you know, it does really good. It's holding together. We've had a few parts fall off of it, but I fixed it, and so as you can see, there's not a whole lot to them. And going through it, it's just some cheaper made stuff. It's a decent little machine for a little kid to ride around the yard. I wouldn't take her, you know, out to the riding park and let her go swamp it in some mud puddle or something. But you know, it's a decent little machine. You just got to go through and, like, all these nuts and bolts and stuff, frequently check them and make sure that they're staying tight. But it fires right up every time. Here, I'll fire it up real quick. Usually starts right up. Runs really good. It's got a headlight on it. It's got a working tail light on it. It's got a little kill switch strap in case they fall off. It kills it. I don't use that. This one's got a luggage rack on it that my daughter made me put her car seat on there for her dolls. And it's got a foot brake over here, hand brake up here. Adjustable throttle on it, and it's got a remote control too. I'll go grab that. I'll show you how that works. So here's the remote for it. This top switch kills it and sets off an alarm. The little lightning bolt is to start it back up. This kills it without the alarm, and this little switch down here just sets off a momentary alarm. And that's like if you're yelling at them, they're not paying attention, you want to get their attention, you can hit that and it beeps at them. And it's pretty loud too. So here I'll demonstrate how this thing works. So let me fire it up here. So to kill it with the alarm, you hit this button, it kills it, sets the alarm off. And then to stop the alarm, you got to hit this button here. So there you go. That's pretty loud. And then to start it back up, the child has to have the brake on, so they can push the brake. There we go. So then if you just want to kill it without the alarm, you hit that, and that just gives a beep, let them know loaded is getting shut down. They can hit the brake, and you can start it back up. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool little tool. I used it just maybe the first few times that she rode it, and then as I got to where I was comfortable with what she was doing, I don't even really use it anymore. So, but here's some more little close-ups of it. You know, it's not built too bad. So it's just cheaper parts, really. So I have had, I got one of these little caps that broke on it. I'm not too worried about that. The other problem I had with it is I did have these little caps came loose and I almost lost them, and I had to put them back on because they're just like plastic. They're just covers though, so at least if I did lose them, it's not any big deal. And then the other thing I had is the oils over here, and this little piece here cracked on me, and there's like a nut underneath. So again, this is just a plastic cover over a nut. I put some Gorilla Glue in there and covered it up. And I think there used to be a cover on that, and I can't find it. But anyway, got a key over here, on and off. Okay, so it's got a headlight switch right here. It's got like a running light and then a headlight. Here, I'll show you how that works. I got started up here. Turn it on. So here's like the little orange, like a running light kind of thing, and then you got your headlight, and then it's got a high beam and low beam. It's kind of nice, and it lights up pretty well. And then it's got another on and off switch here. The only problem with the switch is the kids always seem to bump it and kill it, and then they kill their ride. But she's my daughter's kind of figured that out finally, so she really zips around on it really good. She likes it. She just turned 6, so I'm pretty happy with it for $500. I'll give it 2 thumbs up.